Hello folks, this Ranza 6 over the years that the last owner had it, and the time that I've had it as well, there's always been an issue with starting. Now what do I mean by starting? Well, every time the last owner tried to go away for a flight, they'd always to jump start the aircraft and things like that, with a result to put in a second battery. Now, me being me, and want everything right, I decided to have a look into why this aircraft wasn't starting. So I downloaded one of these fancy tables. I hope you can hear my fire going here, it's absolutely freezing here. So I downloaded one of these fancy tables that gives you the voltage drop over a certain amount of feet, meters, whatever you want. And what I've discovered is the battery in this Ranza 6 is right back in the tail. So it's exactly 16 feet of cable between the battery and the starter motor. So in my wisdom, I downloaded and calculated it out, and it looks as if my figures is right, that I am losing 1.4 volt with the size of cable between the battery and the starter motor. Wonder why that's not starting. So what have I done? I've came down to the airfield today. I'm going to wait to pull off engine cowl. I've just removed all the seats out the inside and things like that. As you can see in here, all the seats is out. And look what we've got here. We've got a mass of cables. There's black where it should be red with red tape. There's red where it should be black. And the main cables going back right through the rear of the firewall, which I'll show you now, are not rated for batteries. Surprise, surprise. So this one here in particular, that cable is actually welding cable. The live in the earth. So me being me, want to do things right, have went and bought red and black cable. And the plan is this afternoon, I'm later than getting down here today, but the plan is this afternoon is I am going to wait to rewire from the battery to back all the way to front without joints, without anything. There was even a second dusty bin solenoid, a dusty bin solenoid put in, and a second battery, which all increased weight. Now I've weighed all these batteries, and I've actually weighed the cable that I'm going to wait to be putting in. So I'll actually be saving a little bit of weight because I'm removing a battery. Now the voltage drop with the cable that I'm looking at installing now is 0.4 of a volt. So here's hoping that this eliminates any starting problems in the future. I'll give you an update once I get going, but at the moment I've got the seats out. I'm going to wait to remove the engine cowl, and I'm going to wait to feed the cables back. I'll join them together, so I'm going to try my hardest to pull them all the way through without having to dislodge or undo too much inside the actual airframe. I've unzipped, there's a rope and Velcro underneath the tail, so the whole tail's unzipped, and I don't know if you'll see it or no, but I've actually got the battery leads hanging out there at the back. The battery's removed, but here's the battery leads. So I'm going to wait to pull them. I'm going to cut them, join them, and pull them all the way to front, and hopefully I'll manage to do this in a one-er and get them all the way pulled through, and then we'll get cable ties and cable tie everything up after that. But so folks, this red cable here that I've just taken off from the actual starter, red is live. No, This is actually been put on as an earth cable. Who in their right mind puts a red on as an earth cable? And the black here is actually going to the live. This is going to fuse box. This is actually going to live to the battery. So this is how I got this aircraft. So hence the reason I'm going to wait to change all these cables. Red for earth. Oh no 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 no. Mamma mia, as the Italians would say. So folks, just an update. What I've done is I taped the old cable which is here and a new cable which is there, and I've pulled it all the way through. Now what I'm hoping to do is that I can feed it all the way through here without having to disconnect too much. And as you can see, here's a cable here, still connected to the reel, so I'm just pulling it all the way through. I'm sorry it's a bit dark in this corner, but hey ho. I'll just have to eat more carrots so I can see. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try and pull this through. I'll stand the camera there, hopefully I didn't knock it over, and see if you can get a grasp of what I'm doing here. So I just want to feed this through. Oh, sorry about that, did that hurt you? See if I can get a better angle there. There you go. Right, so I'm feeding it through this bottom bit. So it's through the first one. Here's a black tape going out. Let's see if we can get in and through the second one. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So that's it through and out this side. So what I need to do now, excuse this stick, is I'm going to pull it even further through the next part. So I just need to feed that in, and I'll be getting rid of this. This red was earth. Crazy, 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 crazy. So just need to feed this through all the way. There we go. And let's hope this can go through here. Bit of persuasion. Oh, it's up there. Oh, I know what's up there. It's okay, no panic. It's just getting through the wrong side of there. That's it. That's where it should be. Never mind. Right, let's get fed through this last bit. Ah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Right, pull it all the way up. Lovely, 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 lovely job. Lovely jobly. So that's a cable through. Just to get through a bit further. Lovely job. So now I can cut this off. Lay down the knife before I cut my fingers off as well as the cable. Never mind. So that is a cable all the way right through to the back of the aircraft. Right to where the battery should be. So that's number one. That's a red. I've exactly the same to do with the black. Which we'll do just very shortly. So I hope you see that coming through there. That came through a lot easier than what I thought. Right, I'll give you an update. Hi folks, here's an update. So I've fed the cable all the way from the back of plane right to the front. I've took it up through the grommet here, and I've prepared the end, I've cut off the end, and I'm going to wait to fit on the terminal. So these are crimp-on terminals, but me being me, I've got flux and I'll be soldering it as well. So I'm going to try hard to film this, but this might be difficult. So camera over there, hope you can see what I'm doing. So the camera's over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this in a little bit of flux. Don't need a lot, just the end. Big crimping pliers. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. So what we'll do is we will run in some solder in there. I just want to keep the bottom of the joint, and I've got solder here. So that's a cable on and soldered, and next thing we'll do is stick on heat shrink right over the top of there. Difficult to do in one hand, so that's a heat shrink over the top. As you can see, all I have to do is heat it up and it will close up and seal that plug. Okay, heat gun. The shrink. So here we go. Let's shrink this on here. That baby is going nowhere. Yippee! So, here we go again. So this is a solenoid for the starting. This is the main battery cable. It comes all the way to the back of the aircraft. It's soldered, it's crimped, it's soldered. It's got heat shrink on it, and that, my friend, is going nowhere. So it's full power coming from the battery all the way to the front to the solenoid. That's how it should have been at the start, but never mind, occupational hazards. So folks, to make a job a little bit easier for myself, this here is very, very tight to shove another cable. Shove, push another cable through the same size. So instead of giving me a headache, I just drilled another hole through the firewall and a grommet to protect the cable. So we'll run the earth cable through this one here. An earth cable will run along here and go into this bolt here on the starter motor. That's where it goes. So that's earthing the engine to the battery. The airframe is actually earthed as well through this lead here, but I'll just run another earth lead through here directly right for the back of the plane. The live is in and connected. There's nothing connected at the back, but we'll run another earth cable, a heavy duty earth cable through here directly to the starter, so there's no issue with starting. So that's the rain come on. You probably won't hear me. I'm going to wait to heat my hands and I'll run through the earth cable and I'll give you an update. Here's an update. Right, I've pulled the cable all the way through. This is the earth cable here that goes to the starter motor into that screw there. So I'm going to wait, trim off the end of it, because you don't know if there's any corrosion on the ends and things like that. So I'm going to wait to trim off the end, connect on a connection, and it'll go directly into the starter motor there. The end of this goes all the way through the fuselage. I'll just take you round here and see. So it comes down the sidewall at the front, the black and the red, comes all the way down through here, follows it all the way back. This is all to be cable tied up, obviously. Two of them stay together, get through the bulkhead, or the back wall should I say. They'll all be neatly cable tied together on the same length, and they go all the way to the back, and they're hanging out the back here. I haven't cut this one off the reel yet. So the next step now is to cut this end off at the front, connect it to the starter motor, this one here, and then all it's left to do is connect on terminals and connect it to the battery. So it's all in, it's all done. I'll hate to put my grommet back in here. I took a grommet out just to get a cable pushed through, made it a bit easier. So I've got a grommet to put back in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to cut off this end. Don't look, because I do it by grinder, because I don't have a pair of snips big enough. So it's grinder. So that's the end cut off, so it gives me a clean end now to solder into the terminal, because I solder this ones as well, and I'll also put on heat shrink, the same as what I did with the last one. So what I need to do now is just get a connection, trim off the end, crimp it on, solder it, connect it to the starter motor. So folks, what I've done is I've pushed the grommet through, cables through there to here. I've crimped it on, so now I need to just run in some solder and obviously on a bit of heat shrink on the top. So I'll film this again, hope you can see it. So again, I'm only heating the end. I don't want to heat further up, I just want to heat the end. Just get heat the end, wax is starting to melt there, keep it going, the solder starts running. There you go, solder starting to melt down here now. That'll do, it's in full of solder. So I can see in there that it's full of solder. So that's that end done as well. Beautiful. That baby's going nowhere. So what we've done is we've put a little bit of heat shrink over the top. So I'll just heat shrink. Beautiful. Right, so what we've got here live is connected to the solenoid, the starting solenoid. This is the new earth one that I've run in. It's connected to the starter motor. So they're all the way back through the firewall. Brand new cables. A lot better than the crap that came out of here. I'll let you see inside what I've done. Right, so we'll hang up a light. So inside here, you can see coming down here, we've got the black and we've got the red coming down, and I'll just tidy up that in there and cable tie them together. But that's them through. They're running down through all this paneling here and this ropes, so I didn't have to change any of them or move any of them. Running all the way down through here. This is just to get the cable tied, clear everything. Which shall do. So they're running all the way down. I'll take off this dusty bin. I don't need this now, doesn't matter. That's something that can come off and pull out that wire. So they go all the way back now, and if I grab this light, so see what we're doing. Both the tails are here. I've still connected this one to a reel, I haven't cut it yet. And they get connected up inside, and what you see there, if I just grab this light in a better position, 2 seconds, I get this light stuck in a better position, right there. So I've got a light up inside now. So this part here that you see, this is the battery box. That's where the battery sits, up in there. So the cables now come up and connect onto the battery there. I'll cut them a little bit shorter, but it's no problem at all, we'll do that. But that's where the cables end up going, is up in there and onto the battery. So the next job is to cut this other one, the earth one. You'll see them all lined back here, coming through. They've all to be cable tied in, and they'll be going into battery at the back. So that's the next job, so we'll crack on. Folks, we're up in a hole here in the back. So battery's fitted in place, terminals are on and connected. I have got a shroud to put on here, I will put it on. But that's the terminals in, unconnected, and the battery's secure in there. There is a wee bit of play in them, but that's normal. So, what I need to do now, get myself out of here and go and check and see if I'm getting power to the front. So I should be getting 12 volt here and negative here. So let's go and get the meter and see if I am getting power coming through. Done my hat, it's cold. So it was showing 12.6 volt at the battery. So if I take this now, what stands there, right, let's see what I'm doing. So meter's on. So if I go here, stick that in there, stick that to earth, 12.95 volt, that's what I'm seeing here. So I wonder if I can let you see that. Oh, here we go. So there you go, 12.95 volt coming to here. That is good. So all I have to do now is tidy everything up, put the paneling back on. I'm happy with that coming through there. So all I've got to do is now is put a paneling back on. Obviously I'm not going to pull it out, it's late, it's back at 5 o'clock at night, black dark outside, blowing an absolute gale and raining. So all I have to do is lace up the bottom and hey ho, that's good, everything's back together again. I have a couple of battery cables to tidy up and things like that, but this here, I don't know if you can see it or no, I'll take it into the light. This is all the bits of crap that I have cut out of that plane just now. All that pile of crap. There was joints, there was this, there was that, there was the next thing. Now we've got 2 leads directly from the battery all the way through the solenoid, which is here. So you've got live, you've got earth, this is all to be tidied up, earth connects onto the starter on the frame, so that's earth and everything inside the aircraft. So it's all the way back inside. Sorry about the lights, I don't have much light here, but it's all the way back inside. They're going through there, through the firewall, or through the bulkhead should I say, and they're tidy up in the front, nothing untoward, and they're all the way back and connected to the battery inside. It looks good when it's all lighted up like that, because my torch is inside it. But that's the update for the moment. So I've got voltage, I've got everything, and I'm happy, very very happy. So I'll crack on here, get it all laced up, get it all back together again, and that's it for today.